What is up, everybody? My name's Big Kim and welcome back to another movie review. Today we are talking about 1998's Rush Hour, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from director Brett Ratner. And I think it's criminal that we only got 3 of these Rush Hour movies. So rather than doing 3 movie reviews, I'm going to do something similar to what I did for the Die Hard movies just recently. I did a review for Die Hard 3, and then I ranked the entire Die Hard series because I thought 2, 4, and 5 weren't that great, and I had done Die Hard 1 the year previous. So I ranked the entire series. So here I am also going to rank all of the Rush Hours, but I'm going to review the first one, give you my score, and then I'll give you my score for all 3 of them. But this movie is the OG original Rush Hour. I think 2 might be the best, but I still put 1 first because I would never, and this might just be me personally, I would never watch Rush Hour 2 without watching Rush Hour 1 and 3. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the completionist in me. If I'm gonna watch a trilogy, right? Like, if I'm gonna watch Die Hard, right? And I say it in that movie, in that video, you can watch Die Hard 1 and 3 and be perfectly fine and not have to watch all 5 of them. Where some franchises, I feel like it is unjust not to watch all 3 of them. Like the Beverly Hills Cops. You could watch Axel Foley, the 4th one that came out 30 years removed from the trilogy, but there is still 4 movies, and I would watch those 1, 2, 3, and then I'd watch 4, just like how they came out, you know. And I feel like that's how most things should be watched, in the order they came out. But Rush Hour is that exception where 2 might be better, but I am going to go with 1, 2, 3 as my ranking. You know, I just think it's one of those series where it doesn't necessarily get better as it goes along, but the story is continuous. So it's like a part 1, part 2, part 3, rather than a 2 and 3. Because like the first one ends and they're getting on a plane going to Hong Kong, I believe, or China. You're going over, you know, they spend the first one in LA on Chris Tucker's turf, and the second one on Jackie Chan's turf. And then the third one, they end up in Paris somehow. But either way, you know, they're doing stunts on the Eiffel Tower and shit, so that's cool. But if anyone gets real credit for this movie, it's Jackie frickin' Chan, right? Like, there is so much that he does to make these movies entertaining. And like, he's juggling dialogue and comedy while also doing all of his own stunts, and, you know, doing these stunts over and over and over again until he gets them right and they look right on camera, right? And he's one of these few guys in Hollywood that would do this and be like, okay, we're gonna need 100 takes to get this sequence, but when we get it, it's gonna look so perfect and so right that it's gonna be good, you know? Like, or something as simple as Jackie throws a gun and Chris Tucker has to catch it one-handed and turn around and point it, right? Like, that's not that difficult, but to get it looking perfect on camera, you don't fumble the gun, you don't drop it, it doesn't over-rotate and you grab it by the top instead of by the handle. Like, you gotta throw it perfectly, grab it directly with your finger on the trigger so you can pull around and, you know, shoot immediately. That took definitely a few takes, and that's the type of stuff we're talking about, where Hollywood today, they would do that take, drop the gun, completely miss it, maybe not even throw the gun, just, hey, pretend you throw the gun and pretend you catch it, and then we're going to add it in post, we're going to fix it later. That attitude of fix it in post and get it done quickly is definitely a today thing, where movies back in 98 and early 2000s making these Rush Hour movies, they feel so different from every other buddy action comedy out there because Jackie Chan is putting his body on the line and doing these incredible stunts, and also just having like great fight coordinating and great fight scenes with the Hong Kong action crew. Like, his fight scenes aren't just kick, punch, stab, you know, like, he'll use weapons that are, he grabs right here and he's using it, or he's, you know, getting hurt, right? Like, his characters aren't indestructible, right? Like, he doesn't walk, you know, like, run through a glass window and go, oh, right? Like, he gets thrown through a glass window and goes, ah, my head, right? Like, what part hit the window? And then he's, ah, what part, you know, got stabbed by glass? Really, he doesn't pretend like none of this stuff hurts. He falls on his back, he goes, ah! And then he does a kip up and punches the guy in the face, right? Like, he's right back in the action. Like, Jackie Chan is phenomenal, and this is why I would love to go on a journey this year in 2025 and rewatch all of the Jackie Chan, you know, young Jackie Chan, all the way to like the frontier old Jackie Chan. I'm pretty sure he has a new movie coming out where he came back to do the Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid, but he's actually Mr. Miyagi now. Where Jaden Smith's, you know, the Karate Kid back in the day, they were good, but it definitely wasn't no Ralph Macchio, you know what I mean? So I believe this one, they're bringing back Ralph Macchio and bringing back Jackie Chan to kind of connect the Karate Kid movies and go forward from there, and maybe connect the Cobra Kai show as well. I'm not sure what the movie's going to be, but I'm pretty sure that's coming out this year, and I thought I heard Jackie Chan was involved. Maybe not doing as much stunts, but he's probably going to be the wise old man, you know, the wax on, wax off type. But I love Jackie Chan. He's humorous, and he's badass. He definitely knows his shit, knows how to do action, but then, you know, also adds that humor, you know, into the action. Like one of his movies, he's fighting naked, and he's got to keep finding inventful, creative ways to cover his junk, right? He's grabbing a plate. He's, you know, standing in front of a bush. All of a sudden, a woman's like, oh, but we see the back of her head, and his junk's getting blocked by her hair and her bun, you know, like, he's running down the street, it's getting blocked by a bench, and then a bus goes by, it gets blocked by that, right? Like, you're just narrowly missing being able to see his junk. But it's comedy, right? Like, it's, at the same time, like, there's kids in the audience that are like, whoa, whoa, and there's mom's like, whoa, 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 don't see his junk, but there's dads dying laughing like, whoa, are you gonna see it? No, you never did, you never did. But Jackie's running through the streets. I believe in the second movie, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are both running naked through the streets with trash can lids over their fronts and backs, because they got kicked out of like a parlor for fighting and shit. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but you guys know what I mean. Overall, Rush Hour 1, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. It is such a solid movie. It honestly might even be a 4 out of 5 star movie, but I'm just saving some room here for 2025. I don't want to put give too many 4 stars out this early. We're only a week into 2025, and I already have 2 4-star movies, and that would be A Complete Unknown Bob Dylan biopic with Timothée Chalamet, and Saturday Night, the Saturday Night Live, How the First One Went Down, that came out in 2024 as well. So both of my 2024 watches of this year are 4 stars so far, so can't wait to see, you know, my next brand new watch and see if that continues on. You know, maybe all of the movies I watch 2025 will be 4 stars and up. You know, I doubt it, but that would be cool. But Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3 are all really good movies. But Rush Hour 2, I also gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. But, you know, if I had to give them both a 10 score, I'd probably give one 7.2, 2 7.1 maybe, or even 7.3 for 2. You know, it's like slightly nudge it over 1. But at the current moment in time, I'm leaving them ranked Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 3. Rush Hour 3, they come back in 2007, right? So 98 to 01, 3 years to make the movie. Then they take 6 years to make Rush Hour 3. And they come back in 2007. Chris Tucker is visibly older. You're like, oh wow, he's definitely years older. Jackie's visibly older. But the action is still pretty good. It's a solid movie. They're all about 90 minutes runtime, so they're short, they're sweet. You can get all 3 of these movies done in, what, 4.5 hours or something like that? Like, that's wonderful, right? Like, there's movies out there that are 1 movie, 4.5 hours. 3 you can get done. You can get the whole trilogy done in 4.5 hours. Like, that's nice. That's a nice little Saturday watch, you know. So I recommend that if you have a weekend and you got 5 hours and you want to watch something, but you don't want to watch a couple different things, but you want to watch like one trilogy or something. Rush Hour 3, baby. The 3 Rush Hour movies, wonderful. Jackie Chan, so amazing. So comment below your favorite Jackie Chan movies. I need Jackie Chan recommendations. I don't know his full catalog, but I'm sure you guys and all you wonderful people on the internet can tell me your favorite Jackie Chan movies and where I can find them, where I can watch them. I would love to hear that stuff down in the comment section below, or you can message me on my other social medias, Big Cam, 2 G's in the Big, pretty much anywhere, but links down in the description below for that. And if you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by liking this video down below, commenting, hitting that subscribe button, hit that bell so you don't miss future videos and you get the notifications. My name's Big Cam. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming on by, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.